a tale soaked in shadow and dread. It begins on a cold, fog-choked night, a night so heavy with silence, even the trees seemed to shiver. The moon hung low, pale and weak behind a shroud of mist, and the only sound was the creaking of the old bamboo bridge as he crossed it. But then, something else. A slurping noise. Wet, hungry. It came from the low side of the canal. At first, he brushed it off. Fish, he told himself. Just fish. But as he stepped forward, the sound came again, followed by something worse. A low, gurgling laugh. Not human. Not right. He raised his torchlight, hands trembling, and pointed it toward the canal bank. That's when he saw her. A woman. Or something pretending to be one. She crouched there, back turned, long, tangled black hair falling like a curtain to the ground. Her red sari soaked in something dark. Her arms were too long. Her fingernails curled like claws, sharp and yellowed. But worst of all was what lay at her feet. A child's decapitated body. She was feeding. The torch fell from his hand, splashing into the canal, snuffing out his only light. Darkness swallowed him. The laugh returned. Louder now, closer. He heard the squelch of something crawling up the bank. He ran, screaming for salvation, feet pounding the bamboo, until he burst through his front gate and collapsed into the dirt. His family rushed out, pale faces, tears. "Afrin is missing," his wife sobbed. "She went out in the evening and never came back." He didn't need to be told twice. The blood drained from his face. He knew that body by the canal was Afrin. His little girl. They gathered lights, neighbors, voices choked in grief, and returned to the canal. And there, on the cold, wet earth, they found her, headless. Their cries shattered the night. Days later, the father spoke of what he saw. A priest was called, an old man with tired eyes and secrets in his breath. The priest listened and nodded. "This is no natural death," he said. "It reeks of black magic and a powerful hand behind it." The father, dazed, remembered something. "My sister visited 5 days ago. She had planted a mango sapling near the riverbank. It had seemed odd. They went to that spot, dug it up, and what they found chilled the soul. A clay pot, sealed with wax. Inside, nails, tufts of hair, a scrap of cloth soaked in something foul, a parchment scribbled in jagged, twisted letters, and a drawing, something between a woman and a demon, eyes hollow, mouth wide, arms outstretched. It stank of death. The priest paled. "This is not just black magic. This is a summoning." He looked the father in the eye, She brought a black witch into this world, a female Jinn, and she offered 3 lives for its power. Afrin's father staggered. His daughter, his brother, his sister-in-law, they were the price. Greed for land, for wealth. His own sister had summoned death. But there was still hope. The priest had a companion, a Jinn, not a dark one, but a benevolent spirit. He was called into the house that night. The candle was lit, and soon it went out. A cold voice filled the room. The good Jinn had answers. The Black Witch was summoned by a 2-part ritual. They had found only the first. The second was still hidden, and until it was destroyed, the witch would hunt. And she was clever. That very night, Afrin's mother saw her daughter outside the window, crying, calling to be let in. But her husband remembered the warning. She will take their form. She will try to deceive. They held the door shut. Meanwhile, the Jinn searched. He returned with strange news. He felt warmth, magic near the village wetland, and a dog lying still. The priest reviewed the runes. One word glowed in his mind: dog. They approached the animal. The Jinn touched it. Warmer. Something was inside it. They found the spot near its leg, cut the flesh, and there, sewn inside, was the second piece, an amulet. Inside it, a blood-stained drawing of a horned, laughing face. The priest took both halves, prayed, chanted, burned them. The stench was foul, like burnt hair and rotten eggs. He handed the ashes to the Jinn and said, "To the sea, drown her power in sacred water." The next day, the haunting stopped. But evil does not leave quietly. The aunt, the summoner, was found dead in her room days later. No wounds, no signs of struggle, just a face frozen in terror and skin cold as stone. And the mango sapling, it withered, turned black, and died. To this day. They say if you walk near the canal on a foggy night, you might hear a low laugh. And if you see a little girl in a red dress crying for help, do not follow.